79301, Area 53, Division L, District 79. My name is Gaviria Shanmuka Priya. We are about to commence our regular club meeting of Mind Academy Gavel Club. To conduct this meeting without any disturbance, I request every one of you to turn off your cell phone or switch it to silent mode. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. The mission of Gavel Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. To proceed further in this meeting, we have an energetic, empathic, and efficient Gavel here, who is also a proficient public speaker and a good friend. Yes, fellow Toastmasters and Gaveliers, please help me welcome to the new lectern with a tenderest round of applause, Gavelier Yuvraj Jaiswal.
Thank you, Gabriel Chanmuka, for the wonderful introduction. Are we really independent? Is that a good question or a silly question? Because we do have a date to represent our independence, and it's on August the 15th, August 1947. So yes, we are literally independent from the British rule, but we are not free from the British mindset they have left us with. And the effects are that we keep ignoring traditional food and culture and leaning more towards the Western side. And recently, I have watched a couple of movies about our freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh and Sher Singh. It made me realize what they were really fighting for: a free India where there is no discrimination. But I have noticed that we are a little off track from their dreams. There is a lot of corruption and bribery in many politicians nowadays. And some people will fight with each other because they are of different religions. School is an amazing place to be during childhood, as it is a place to learn and make friends. But what kind of friends? I have seen many groups in class that are separated by either color, shape, language, and even religion. And do you know what is the worst part? That this discrimination is not only in India, but it's worldwide. So, to conclude, a lot of Indians are being Western, thinking that they are being modern. But to be really independent is to know and practice being modern at the same time being Indian. Now, let me hand the meeting over to the Cavalier of the day, the captain of the meeting. She is the ninth raider, hails from the land of Sandalwood, Karnataka. She was born and brought up in Saudi Arabia, and she likes to read books. Dancing is her passion and likes to travel when she gets a chance. The motto of her life is keep growing. Join me in welcoming Gavli Stuti with a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much, Presiding Officer, for that wonderful introduction. Fellow Gaveliers, distinguished DTM Murli Uncle and Toastmaster Bala Uncle and esteemed guests. A warm good evening to all of you and a hearty welcome for today's meeting. It is indeed a special feeling of being a host of such esteemed podium. Before we start, I would like to ponder on one such reality, which we all are facing these days. Just a week ago, as you all know, we and Indians celebrated 75th Independence Day, and the whole world joined us in this celebration. Now you all must be thinking, why am I talking about past or history? When the whole world is celebrating this auspicious moment, there exists a question: are we really independent? In my opinion, no, we aren't. Let me share an incident. During my last visit to India, I was taken to my relative's place to meet my uncle, auntie, and their super Gen Z son, who's a first grader. All that began with a drive to their home. As soon as we boarded the car, we put the location on the phone and turned on the GPS and started driving, which showed us the shortest route. It took us 1 hour and 10 minutes to reach the destination, whereas it was literally half a kilometer away from our place, which hardly can take 10 to 15 minutes instead of seeking any verbal help. We trusted the device, which we always depend on. Yes, you got it right. I'm talking about mobile phone. Reaching at my uncle's place, we were welcomed by my uncle, auntie, and the super smart kid. Just like any other parents, my uncle and auntie took an opportunity to flaunt the smartness of the kid. To prove his smartness, they started asking him several questions. But the embarrassment hit when they asked, Beta, from where do you get fruits? The boy replied, Mama, don't you have Big Basket app on your phone? If not, download it. You will get all kinds of fruits there. Though it was a funny moment for all of us, we giggled at his reply. But this was kind of an alert for our future. It is really pathetic to witness that the life these days is getting constrained in this device. Running behind the technology and science, we are lacking the common sense. To make our lives super fast and super easy, we are transforming ourselves into super lazy and getting overruled by the term called technology and trapped by its gadgets. Indeed, technology is an important element. It should be used wisely without becoming a slave. Lest we have to face the question, are we really independent? With this message, let us begin with our educational session. To conduct today's session, I have an efficient, enthusiastic, and electrifying team of Gaveliers. Let me introduce each one of the assignees. I request you to please hold your applause until I introduce all of them. The grammarian and word master today is a very dedicated Gavelier. He is always full of zest, and you will never find him without a smile. He is none other than Gavelier Ben. Gavelier Ben, could you please come to the lectern and explain your role as grammarian and word master of the day?
Am I audible? Okay. Respected Toastmasters and my fellow friends, my role as wordmaster and grammarian today. My role as a wordmaster is to introduce a new word as the word of the day and explain the same with a proper illustration. My role as the grammarian is to listen to all the members and make note of the good and not so good usage of the language. Also, note down the use of the word of the day and report the same at the end of the educational session. Now, I would like to discuss today's word which I have selected, impetus. I repeat the word impetus. It means a force or that causes the energy or encourages something to be done more actively. I repeat the meaning, the force that causes or encourages something to be done or to be more perfect or active. So I'm using an example in 3 sentences. The high salary and generous benefits of package were impetus enough to apply for the job. Second example, social media is often impetus for feeling of joyful and sadness. And one more, The impetus behind the project was really grateful that all the students did it well. I think all of you got my new word, and I hope you use it on your all your speech and whatever you're going to do today. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Gavilier Ben. Today's general evaluator is Gavilier Shanmukapriya. I will introduce her in detail later in the evaluation session. However, may I request Gavilier Shanmukha to please acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as general evaluator.
Thank you, Cavalier of the Day. Fellow Cavaliers and respected Toastmasters, a warm good evening to all of you. I am Cavalier Shanmukha, General Evaluator of today's meeting. Evaluation session is a very important session of this meeting, as constructive feedback of the whole meeting is provided in this session. Effective and constructive feedback helps individuals to understand what they did well and what they could improve and do better. It is a key tool for improving both individual and team performance. Over to you, Cavalier of the Day.
Thank you, Gavilier Shanmukapriya. To keep track of time as well as to count the votes and recognize the winners today, we have with us a punctilious Gavilier Taiba, who is doing dual roles. Gavilier Taiba, could you please explain your role as the timer and the vote counter?
Point of order, Gavilier of the Day. Unfortunately, so far, Gavilier Taiba has not joined us, but I can be covering her place. So I'll be timing the prepared speeches, that is 4 to 6 minutes. At 4-minute mark, I'll show the green card. At 5-minute mark, I will show the yellow card, and at 6-minute mark, I will show the red card, and it will stay red till the speaker completes his or her speech. As far as the table topics are concerned, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. So at 1-minute mark, I will share a green card. I will change my virtual background. And at 1 minute 30 seconds, I will change my background as yellow. And at 2 minutes, I will keep it as red, and it will stay red till the speaker completes his or her speech. For evaluation, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2-minute mark, I will change my virtual background as green, just like this. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, it will be changed as yellow. And at 3-minute mark, it will be changed as red, and it will stay red till the speaker completes his or her evaluation. So, and I will be sharing the timer details once called upon to do so. Thank you, and back to you, Gavilier of the Day.
Thank you, Bala Uncle, for the support. The table topic master for today's meeting is Gavilier Rohini. I will introduce her in detail later in the TT session. However, may I request Gavilier Rohini to please acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as the TT master.
Good evening to one and all. As the table topic master, I'll conduct the table topic session by giving topics on spot. Over to you, Gavilier.
Thank you, Gavilier Rohini. Having introduced all the assignees today, now let us begin the educational session with our prepared speeches. Today, the first speaker is a 11th grader, aspiring to become a fashion designer. Her hobbies are drawing, and reading. She is none other than Gavilier Krishnendu. The evaluator for Krishnendu is Gavilier Yuvraj. Gavilier Yuvraj, could you please read out the speech objectives for Gavilier Krishnendu? Gavilier Yuvraj, you're not audible.
I made 3 when you joined. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, give me a minute.
Point of order, Devler Yuvraj, have you read out the speech objectives?
Actually, not. Actually, no. I have to ask for a second.
Okay, so in that case, I think we can proceed. So you're ready to evaluate her, right?
Yeah, I'm ready as the evaluator.
Okay, I think then in that case we can proceed further. Over to you, Devler of the day.
Help me welcome Gavilia Krishnendu. The title of her speech is The Best Part of Me. The Best Part of Me, Gavilia Krishnendu. Over to you.
November 9th. Do you know the speciality of November 9th? Yes, it is World Freedom Day. Indeed, it is. Since November 9th, 2006 is the day I got freedom from my mother's home. It was truly the happiest day of my parents' life. Respected dignitaries and fellow Gaveliers, a warm good evening to one and all. Today, I'm going to deliver my introduction speech, the best part of me. Being the first time, I was the apple of my parents' eye. My parents are simple and caring. They guide me with love and encourage me to do everything. They are the pillars of my life. Also, I have a sister who is 3 years younger than me. She's always my crime partner. We do naughty things together and then smile innocently. We would fight with each other, but at the end of the day, it is hard to remain apart from each other. Now, let me take you through the most beautiful part of my life, my school life. I've had a very colorful school life. My primary education started in Indian International School, Algeria. Honestly, I don't remember much about that school since I was very young then. But surely, I do remember about my teacher, a wonderful human being who would always try her best to cheer me up whenever I felt sad or scared. Also, I had a good friend with whom I used to play with and even do some chit chat. After 2 or 3 years in Saudi, my family and I shifted back to India for a short while. Now, the entire situation was different. In my new schools, I made many friends in no time. They always surrounded me with happiness. But I was compelled to leave them behind when my father shifted to Kuwait. I felt sad but excited at the same time. I felt a bit nervous because now I was going to a new country, to a new school, and had to speak a language that I did not know. But my new schoolmates were really kind with me. They helped me with the language and even guided me to the classroom because I did not know where my class was. But not all of them were kind with me. Some used to make fun of me, and some even used to scold me. But then I got a strong friend who, in fact, was 1 year older than me. She would always speak up for me whenever someone tried to bully me. Being with her made me feel safe, and I'm still grateful to her. But again, I had to say goodbye to my friends and my school. Now, my family came back to India and decided to settle in India, in our hometown in Kerala. I was very happy to be back in Kerala, especially now because I won't miss my grandparents. Finally, I settled in Bharati Vidya Bhavan, the school that has sculpted the major portion of my life. In fact, it was the perfect place. It felt just like my home itself. I had a good relationship with my teachers and my classmates. Over the years, I had the opportunity to visit different places and meet different kinds of people. Even though they all were of my same age group, they all had different characters. Some were smart, some were kind, some were funny, and some were grumpy. But all of the experiences that I got from each one of them are really valuable for me because they taught me to understand people and connect with. Life was moving so beautifully when suddenly everything came to a halt. Guess what it was? Yes, the COVID-19 pandemic, which left all of us with no other option but to go in lockdown. I felt lost. No more going to school, no more hanging out with friends, and no more going to music classes. That's how I felt in the beginning. But it turned out to be the best time ever. I kept aside all my busy schedules and found time for myself. I started doing craft work and devoted most of my time for my hobbies, drawing and coloring as much as I could. I even tried some cooking, which were exciting. And the best part of my lockdown life, my neighbors' kids. There were two kids who would come early in the morning and would leave only late in the evenings when they were compelled to do so. They were much younger than me, but games filled each one of us with the same energy. We were very particular in playing badminton. We would spend at least 2 hours in our garden playing badminton. Apart from all these, the lockdown time was a great opportunity to sharpen our caliber. The first opportunity came from Mind Academy itself. We began joining different kinds of sessions in which we were exposed to different people and different kinds of tasks. I was able to boost my ability to speak and I gained confidence. I learned to prepare on a topic and speak about. I'm really grateful to Bala sir and Murli sir on helping me on this purpose. The next one was the opportunity to showcase our talent. We began making videos of our songs and we uploaded it in the social media. It was a pleasure when we got opportunity to sing devotional songs for Sanskriti, a group that conducted online bhajans. Overall, the lockdown time was an enjoyable period because then I got time for everything. It made me realize that sometimes it is necessary that we take a break from everything and we find time for ourselves. Then we can polish ourselves and accelerate towards life. Dear Cavaliers, let me conclude my speech with the message that happiness should be our priority. We should design our life in such a way that it has a happy ending. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Congratulations, Gavilier Krishnendu, for completing your project successfully. Our second speaker today is a ninth grader studying in International Indian School, Al Jubail. Her hobbies are drawing, dancing, and photography. She aspires to become a space scientist. She is none other than Gavilier Niharika. Her evaluator is Gavilier Kirtana. Now help me welcome Gavilier Niharika. Title of a speech: The first time I got appreciation for my speech. The first time I got appreciation for my speech, Gavilier Niharika.
Hello, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, Cavalier Niharika, you are very well audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Today, when I look back at the past, what I see is all steps that I took to be where I am. The times which are most pleasing to my heart are the 2 words of appreciation I have received throughout. Good evening, respected Toastmasters and all my fellow Gaviliers. Me, Niharika Sachin Shinde, standing before you presenting the first time I got appreciation for my speech. Speech or public speaking is what I have done the most in my academics. There were times when I stood for house elections. I stood for class table topic activities, and during pandemic, when all of us were doing online classes, I have done about hundreds of speeches, etc. I remember when I stood for house election, I was in class 4, just stood because my friends did so. I was unaware of what speech is and how to deliver a speech. And what I done that day was took some speeches from Google, mixed it up together, and prepared my speech. That was the day when I failed miserably in the speech. But although it was the first time, after that I tried and failed over and over again. But one day during pandemic, I retried and gave speech on ambition of my life, which I started with a good quote that is still near to my heart, which is, a dream is not what you see while sleeping. It is that what doesn't let you sleep, by APJ Abdul Kalam. In my body, I reflected on my dream and how and why it is my dream and concluded with a thank you. And to my surprise, I was one of those students that got very appreciated for speech. Those words of my English teacher, when I remember them today, are ones that pushes me to do many speeches and mountain of work that is piling up my head. The spell dash. This is the best speech and the speech I was looking for. Very proud of you, dear. And other, please try to learn some points from this speech. And this was the first time I got appreciated. I soon realized that all I was lacking was a confidence. Although trying some things told by my teacher, parents, and friends, which were trying to calm down few minutes before speech, and very soon came to know about Toastmaster platform from one good friend. And so I'm sitting here with you all to learn things and grow along. Thank you and have a nice day.
Congratulations, Gavilia Niharika, for that mind-blowing performance. With this, we come to an end with the prepared speech session. May I have the timer's report, please?
Thank you, Gevalier of the day. Gevalier Krishnendu took 6 minutes 8 seconds for her speech, and Gevalier Niharika took 3 minutes 38 seconds for her speech, and both are qualified. Thank you, and back to you, Gevalier of the day.
All the Gaviliers, kindly cast your votes for the best speaker. Vote counter, could you please launch the poll?
Point of order, Gevalier of the day. We have only 2 speakers, so we will have both of them as winners, so we can proceed for the next sequence of events. Thank you. Back to you.
Remain seated with your seat belts fastened because we are going to witness an enthralling session of table topic session. To conduct today's table topic session, we have a 10th grader studying in International Indian School, Al Jubail. Her hobbies are sketching, dancing, and loves to sing. She is none other than Gavilia Rohini. Let's see what she has in store for us today in table topic session. Fellow Gaviliers, please help me welcome Gavilia Rohini, the table topic master.
Good evening, Gavilier of the day, respected Toastmasters, and my fellow Gaviliers. Welcome to the table topic session. Table topic enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. Table topics helps to train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Green light will be shown at 1 minute, yellow light at 1.5 minutes, and red light at 2 minutes. Each speaker is requested to use the word of the day in their speech. Today's word is impetus. Sir, can I get the share screen option?
Yes, TT Master, you may share your screen. Thank you.
Is anyone ready to volunteer for the table topic session? So our first speaker will be Gavali Yuvraj. Gavali Yuvraj, are you there? Gavali Kirthana, would you like to take up?
Gavli Rohini, I'm the evaluator of prepared speech.
Actually, no.
That should be
yes, sir.
point of order. Gavali Kirtana, that should be fine because I'll be doing the evaluation for the TT, so you can go ahead for the TT attempt. No problem.
Which number would you like to choose, Gavali Kirthana?
8.
You can choose any topic related to this picture.
Can you repeat that?
This is a picture. You can choose any topic according to the picture. Can you see it?
No, Gavli.
Okay, I'll reshare it then. Share screen. Can you see now?
Yes, Gavli. Good evening to one another. I'm Gavli Kirtana, and now I'm going to speak about the object that you can all see on the screen. That is a mobile phone, and it is something that we use every day and plays a major role in our everyday life. Nowadays, most of our works are done using a mobile phone. Like, for example, online payments are there. So we can pay our electricity bill and all using a mobile phone. So it's something that is really useful for our everyday life. Almost all the people use a mobile phone for various purposes. Like it is used for making phone calls, to send messages to our friends and family and everyone. It has a lot of advantages, but that's not just it. A coin has two sides, and a mobile phone also has two sides, positive and negative. I just told the positive sides of a mobile phone. There are a lot of negative sides, negative points for a mobile phone too. Some of those are like a mobile phone has a lot of radiations and that are not good for our health. And the other one is that it is addictive, and we have heard of children or maybe people playing some mobile games or something, and it is harmful for them too. So a mobile phone is something that's really useful for us, And if it is only useful if we use it carefully. Thank you.
Gavalier, Rohini, you're muted.
Will Gavalier Niharika take the next speech?
Yes, sure.
You can choose any number except 8.
I choose the number 3.
3. You can choose any topic related to the picture.
Good morning, respected Toastmasters and fellow Gavaliers. The picture which we see on our screens is a mirror. By a mirror, what do you think, and what is the first thing that comes to your mind? A reflection. What is a reflection? It is what we see in the other side of the mirror. It can be anything, of an object, of ourselves, or anything. Today, as I told in my prepared speech, I'd like to see my past, and get encouraged. All of us can do this, seeing our past and moving forward, learning few things from it, and clearing our mistakes. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Gavalier Niharika. It was a very informative speech. Would Gavalier Asil take up the next topic?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Which number except 3 and 8?
4.
You can choose any topic according to the picture.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Asid, and today I'm going to be talking about the picture in front of me, which is a book. A book reminds me of a story where you get to write conflict, a story where it has problem solving, and such as. Life is like a book, like a story, where there is a conflict and you need to solve it. The thing is that with life, people tend to find difficult stages of grief, depression, anxiety, and a transit to the worst. Whereas in life, I like to find problem solving and such as. Sometimes I think that life is just as important as anything. And I think that we should find a problem solving into everything in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabby Seal. Is Gabby Yuvraj there?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes. Yes, ma'am.
Which number would you like to take except 3, 4, and 8?
I will go with 9.
9.
Yes.
You can make any topic according to the picture.
Can you repeat it? The audio was not clear.
You can make any topic according to the picture.
Okay. So the topic I have chosen that is based upon this picture given here is that what if you had a magical candle that grants you any wish, but that grants you only one wish and blows out forever after that? Well, for me, first, if I get it, I'd be like, what is this candle doing in my house? I didn't even buy it. Then it suddenly starts speaking. I will give you one wish and I will blow out after that. You will not get any more wishes. I said, okay, can I have a couple thousand more wishes maybe? But what if it says no? And then I would probably wish that more candles maybe. And if it says no to that as well, then I will ask for a wish later. When the time comes, I will use it. Suppose that I'm in danger. So what I will do is I will ask that help me, give me some help. I want to be able to defend myself. And then once it gives me anything to defend myself, I hope that I will have that defensive powers for the rest of my life and probably to carry it on for many generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavalia. Yuvraj, is Gavalia Stuti ready to take up the next topic?
Yes.
Which number would you like to choose except 3, 4, 8, and 9?
Number 5.
Can make any topic according to the picture.
Time is really precious. Good evening, Bala uncle, Murli uncle, and my fellow Gaviliers. As we know, time plays an important role in our life. We are always checking time. Oh my god, what if I'm late for this meeting? Oh no, am I too early? It's always there. And you're very conscious. Am I running out of time during an exam? You always check your watch like million times a day. It plays a very important role in our life. Take an alarm clock. Do you ever thought that how would an alarm clock feel or a watch would feel? You're always scolding, oh my god, why am I late? Why do you always have to blame on the time? Maybe it's you. You in the morning, you're hitting the alarm clock, and I feel bad for the alarm clock because it didn't do anything wrong. It's just trying to wake you up. And a watch is an important thing. Everybody carries it around because its time is super precious. Thank you.
Thank you, Gavili Niharika. Gavili Shanmukha, will you take up the next topic?
Okay.
Which number would you like to take except 3, 4, 8, 9, and 5?
Um, 2.
4 is done. 2, okay. You can make any topic related to the object.
Hair. All the experiences I had with my hair are troublemaking ones. I love my hair as it is long and soft, but I also hate it as it's always tangled. Especially nowadays, as I have to get up early in the morning and go to school. It was easy in the lockdown as it was online classes and I could easily off my video if I had to comb my hair. But it's a real problem. Waking up early in the morning and untangling my hair to get ready for school. And I have to be at school by 8:30 or else they'll close the gate. I think that many girls have the same problem of combing their hair in time for school. Thank you. Over to you, TTM Master.
Thank you, Gaviliya Shanmukha. Gaviliya Ben, would you take up the next table topic?
Yes, I can.
Which number would you choose except 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9?
I think I'll go for 7.
You can make any topic related to the picture.
Okay. Respected Toastmaster, I'm a fellow youth leader. My name is Ben, and I'm here to speak on the topic tree. Speaking about a tree, as you all know, everywhere in India, I'm in India, so everywhere around India, it's pure greenery, and everything filled with greenery, and the climate around here is so stable that everyone is so comfortable. The greenery around here is provided by these trees. These trees are an important thing in this country. So what I'm talking about right now is all about the value and the importance of trees. And recently, from my experience in my class, I learned a lesson called Thing of Beauty. A thing of beauty can be joy forever. So considering on on tree, a tree provides all the basis of what we live today. It gives us like food, it gives us protection, it gives us shelter, it gives us our day-to-day needs, and yet we are disrespectful to it. We just cuts off the total number of trees in our country, and we just misuse it for many other purposes. Like you have heard of many red sandalwood smuggling or many other cases, and deforestation for man's uses. And every kids and everyone in this world must know what a tree is and what its value is. It is always for you. Like consider an example as a river. A river flows. The nature gives it to you. You can use it any way you want. And the trees use it and give it to you in another form. And we must make the use of it wisely and decisively so the future generations can make a development from that. So as part of concluding my speech, I would like to say as a tree is not for not for misusing, or it's always for you. So I would like to conclude by saying what Gandhiji said: Everything is for everybody's need, but not for anybody's greed." Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Gavalier Ben. Gavalier Krishnendu, would you like to take up the last table topic?
Yes, I'd go for number 1.
You can make any topic according to the picture.
Respected Toastmasters and fellow Gavaliers, today I'm going to speak about the object on the screen. It's a football. You know what football is? It's like kind of like a spirit. We all know the game of football. It's so exciting when we watch two teams playing with each other. It's a global game, and we're always looking forward to World Cups and all those kinds of games. But see, a football has two colors, one of passion and one of hard work. What I can say is, with hard work and passion, we can move forward going into the goal post. That's what players do. They work hard day and night with their passion, with their burning passion, and hit the ball into the goal post, just like their dreams. So I would like to conclude my words by saying that always work for your dreams by keeping that passion and goal in your mind. Thank you.
Thank you, all the table topic speakers. It was a very amazing and entertaining time with you guys. Over to you, Gavalier of the Day.
Thank you, Gavalier Rohini, for conducting Impetus impromptu speaking session. Let us give a thunderous round of applause to the table topic master and all of the table topic speakers. May I request the timer's report?
Thank you, Gavalier of the Day. It's been a quite lengthy list, I guess. So let me take my time. So there are a couple of disqualification, but I will read out the list of timings. Gavalier Kirtana spoke 2 minutes 3 seconds. She is qualified. Gavalier Niharika spoke 1 minute and 2 seconds. She is qualified. Gavalier Asil spoke 1 minute and 6 seconds. Qualified. Gavalier Yuvraj spoke for 1 minute and 28 seconds. He is qualified. Gavalier Stuti spoke for 1 minute and 4 seconds. She is qualified. And then Gavalier Ben spoke for 2 minutes and 13 seconds. He is qualified. The people who got unfortunately disqualified are Gavalier Shanmuka. She spoke for 57 seconds, just a small margin. This is what it is always important is, working on the specifics. And again, Gavalier Krishnendu, 55 seconds. So just a tiny margin here and there, but that's how it goes. So thank you, and back to you, Gavalier of the Day.
Thank you, Bala uncle. May
So
I request?
I'll be launching the polls in a minute's time for the qualified speakers. So you may continue with the general evaluation session.
Okay, uncle. Be positive, be encouraging, uplift the spirit, and inspire the speaker to improve. That is the motto of Toastmasters evaluation. To conduct today's evaluation session, we have a multifaceted girl, young yet so composed. She loves singing and reading. She is none other than our own Gavalier Shanmukha Priya.
Thank you, Gavalier of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. Feedback is the impetus that motivates us to become a better speaker. So let us begin our session. To evaluate our first speaker, we have an enthusiastic speaker, a bibliophile whose aim is to become a doctor, Gabriel Yuvaraj.
Thank you, Gabriel Shankar, for the amazing introduction. Good evening, everybody, once again. My name is Gabriel Yuvraj, and today I'll be evaluating the first speaker of the day, Gabriel Krishnendu. The structure of his speech was great. He started with this nice story of how you were born on which day. You described your life well. You used the words in a way that allows the audience to understand everything clearly. And your delivery was loud and clear. Overall, it was a great speech. But in every speech, there is always a scope of improvement. So there are some recommendations that I would like to add. The first one is adding humor. Humor was missing from your speech. And as we all know, everybody has a few incidents here and there that can give anybody a smile. So if you could have included that, that would have made the speech a lot lighter and better. The second one is roleplay. There were some conversations, but not elaborate enough. Next time, try to elaborate the conversation. And as you're switching the dialogues, try to do a little roleplay. Because as roleplay is done, everything becomes a lot more interesting. And that can really catch in the attraction of the audience. The last and final one is the pauses. You have to add pauses in between sentences and in the sentence as well. That makes the speech a little more understandable and clear. Because we all know that if there are no pauses, things can get a little congested. Oh, and that's all the recommendations I would like to add. Hopefully, you will imbibe them in your next speech. That will make it really great. And I would love to hear from you again. Back to you.
Thank you, Gabriel Yuvraj, for your constructive evaluation. To evaluate our next speaker, we have a dynamic Gabriel who is an 8th grader whose hobbies are reading and cycling, and ambition is to become a teacher. Gabriel Kirtana.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Gabriel Kirtana. I'm the evaluator of Gabriel Niharika's speech. The title of her speech was "The First Time I Got Appreciation for My Speech." Gabriel Niharika, you spoke for a qualifying time. You spoke well. Your speech was really true and motivating. Of course, an appreciation can inspire us and motivate us. You spoke from your own experiences. You you spoke about something that happens to all of us, like we joined for something just because our friends joined without even knowing what it is about. It happens to all of us. It was really nice. You did a great job. Now I have a few suggestions. You could use some hand gestures as it can make your speech more lively and energetic. And there were some pauses. There were pauses in between your speech. So try to avoid it next time. Anyways, you did a great job. You wonderfully delivered your speech. Congratulations, and over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Cavalier Kirtana, for your informative evaluation. Now for the TT evaluator, an efficient public speaker, Toastmaster Bala Uncle.
So thank you, General Evaluator, for that warm words of introduction. So it's a long array of table topic speakers. Now let me take this opportunity to evaluate in detail so that we all learn together. So the first speaker was Gavalier Kirtana. What was very impressive about her overall approach was she took time. My dear Gavaliers, take your time. The beautiful thing is she set a tone. She consumed the maximum portion of her time, 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Why that happened, what I observed was she took initially 5 to 7 seconds to compose herself. After composing, she had 2 minutes and 20 seconds more. And that was the change in her overall presentation. And the way you approached your topic was also adding value. Just like how you were giving your own recommendations to your speaker, what I observed is there were beautiful hand gestures which you were using to explain your point, Gavalier Kirtana. That is something which is very good. You started off confidently. So these are all elements which defines a good public speaker. You can hold on to it. But there is an angle which I thought I should be recommending you. There were 2 points. What happened was there was a continuous flow. There was no intermittent pauses. Once you're transiting from one element to another element, probably you could have paused it out. And there is an element where there were too many ahs and ums, because that reflects that you were thinking at the back of your mind. So there is a kind suggestion for that kind of a situation. If you're thinking, then don't speak. Better take a pause so that this ahs and oohs and sounds don't come out, so that won't distract your audience. But overall, you did well. But these are all some suggestions so that you can improve upon going forward. Cavalier Niharika, you had a very challenging topic. I felt mirror. Probably I was thinking what I should be speaking when if it was my topic. But you came out with a very interesting aspect, reflections. How we have to reflect upon our own shortcomings, how we can come back. So these were some interesting aspects, how you can project a table topic. That's a great attempt. But there is one recommendation for you, Gavalier Niharika. You had 1 minute and 30 seconds more to speak and put out your point to your listeners. You immediately closed out on the cards the moment when it became green. That is something which you can work upon with. Then came Gavalier Asil. It is her first attempt with Mind Academy, and her topic was very interesting one, book. She attempted it very well. She spelled out a very interesting aspect, how books can help in problem solving aspect. That's an interesting way of looking things. So that is how you dissect what could be a value addition with that particular point. You added it up, but you had a lot of time at your disposal. So you could have spoken more. You wrapped it up at 1 minute and 6 seconds timing. So you had timing at your stuff. That is something which you can work out with. Next was the magic candle from Gavalier Yuvraj, a very interesting way of attempting stuffs. So that is how storytellers approach. It was an open-ended topic. Gavalier Rohini kept the spectrum open for you to take it up in whichever way you want to do. So you attempted it and you said how this could be a magical stuff, how you can have it bringing up all your wishes in from that particular aspect. But 1 minute and 28 seconds was what you spoke out. What is that message you wanted to convey to the audience? You could have elaborated further. You had 1 minute more. 1 minute is quite a big time. And then Gavalier Stuti. The topic, the beginning, the approach, the confidence, the voice, everything was perfect. You were telling an important, persuasive message. But all of a sudden, I felt you rushed up. The moment the green card came, I felt you wanted to just hand over and move on. Probably you were in a hurry to wrap it up. That's what I felt. But on a lighter note, that was. On a serious note, you have a great sense of approaching a topic. What are all the implications? How we look at it in day-to-day life. That says a good presence of mind as a speaker. You can hold on to it, again, the same recommendation. Take a 5-minute pause at the beginning, compose your thoughts. That is the key to approach any table topics. Shanmuga Priya, she had a beautiful approach. She had a lot of lighter moments. All of us have it, right? We have this issue of having combing up in the morning, and we feel this COVID and virtual classes helped us all out. Now, if you have to go early up in the morning, you have to go through a lot of process. There were a lot of lighter moments, and you used your voice and your process to convey that lighter moment, like how we struggle on our day-to-day basis. That was beautifully done. I was looking for more. I felt a beautiful roller coaster ride was all of a sudden stopped by the operator. That's how I felt when you stopped it at 57 second, pardon me. But this is a beginning, and this is a process where you can improve upon evaluation. It was a good attempt, expand it more. That's all I have to say. Ben, great attempt. I guess the second speaker who consumed the time in the best possible way after Gavalier Kirtana was Gavalier Ben. He consumed every second what's given for his disposal, and you wrapped it up with a quote. You had a beautiful way of approach, how the deforestation aspect is impacting human beings. You were keeping us in the content which you were delivering. That's all you have to do as a speaker. Keep your audience in the topic and the point in which you are expressing. Only point what I would say as a suggestion for you as Gavalier Ben was, you didn't open your camera. We were not able to see your expressions. If you have done that, that would have been the icing on the cake. Next time you can try doing that. Gavalier Krishnendu, a great inspiring message you were coming out on the football aspect, how you can see differently on a football, passion, determination. Those things were coming out the way. I was interestingly intrigued what is coming our way. What should be my take home message from football? Again, the same thing happened. It struck at 54 seconds, but I think the clock, as Gavalier Stuti was telling, we cannot blame the clock. We have to improve upon ourselves. That's what we have to see. Clock is just a reflection of what is there on the seconds column or the minutes column. But having said that, a great attempt, Gavalier's, way to go. And why I preserved for the TT Master was very interestingly approached TT Master with your theme, your content, and you kept it open for the Gavaliers to attempt in whichever way they want to attempt it. A great approach. Hats off for your preparation, and great attempt by the Gavaliers as well. But as we all discuss always, it's a continuous process. There are a lot of areas to work upon: timing, ahs, oohs, ums, pauses, probably opening the camera. I think that is a summing part. But overall, it was a very enjoyable TT session. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Back to you, Gavalier Shanmuka.
Thank you, Bala uncle, for that helpful evaluation. Now the word master and grammarian, a dedicated Gavalier, Gavalier Ben. Can you tell your report, please?
Respected Bala sir and all my dear friends, as I had a device shift in between the meeting, so I wasn't aware of all those who spoke about the word, but I heard Gavalier of the day, Sudhi Deshmukh. She spoke the word time before the evaluation, I think, table topics time. And I really appreciate the efforts you have taken to using the language. And mostly everyone was good at their language, each speakers. And sometimes all speakers, when on the speaking, while they were speaking, they used like us a lot of time, but try to avoid it. And I guess there is nothing else. So over to you.
Thank you, Gavalier Ben, for your report. Now, as general evaluator, it is my turn to evaluate the overall proceedings. For the first session, the prepared speeches, both the speakers delivered their speech perfectly, and as the evaluators have already evaluated those speeches, I will move on to the table topic session. As Toastmaster Bala uncle told, Gavalier Rohini, your approach for the table topic was a fun game, and as I also volunteered, I enjoyed it a lot. For the evaluation session, both the evaluators also evaluated the prepared speeches nicely. And so, over to you, Cavalier of the Day.
Thank you, Gaviliya Shanmukha Priya, for that well conducted evaluation session. I am sure all of us would benefit immensely from that valuable suggestions and recommendations. Please give a thunderous round of applause to Gaviliya Shanmukha Priya and her team of evaluators. Now it's time to know the best speaker of today's meeting. May I call upon the vote counter, Gaviliya Taiba, to come to the lectern to announce the winners.
Point of order, Gavilier of the Day. I will be doing the honors on behalf of Gavilier Taiba. So just bear with me for a moment. So here we go, all set. So are you all ready to look into the results, Gaviliers? Great. Let's then not wait any further. So as we know, we had two speakers in the prepared speech session and only two, so there was no voting. So Gavilier Krishnendu and Gavilier Niharika, congratulations for your prepared speeches today. And Gavilier Stuti has been adjudged as the best table topic speaker. Congratulations, Gavilier Stuti, and also congratulations to all the other table topic speakers as well. So best evaluator for the evening are Gavilier Yuvraj and Gavilier Kirtana, because we had only two of them, and I know being the timer selfly that I overshot the time, so that's perfectly fine. No worries on that column. Thank you, Gavilier of the Day, and back to you.
Thank you, Bala Uncle. Congratulations to all the winners. Fellow Gaviliers, it was an amazing experience of being the Gavilier of the Day for me. I thoroughly enjoyed being your host. Hope you all had a very impetus session. I express my sincere gratitude to our VP Education, Gavilier Divya, for giving me this wonderful learning opportunity. Before I hand over the lectern to our presiding officer, I would like to leave a question. Are we really independent? Think and lead your life wisely. Thank you. Me, Gavilier Stuti, signing off. Over to you, presiding officer.
Overall, this meeting was a great meeting. I enjoyed a lot of parts of it, and the table topic was a lot of fun. And I would like to adjourn the meeting. Meeting is